Hi, this is my charitable reading for this week. This week we did chapter 15 and 16, and chapter 15 is working with data and doing statistics. Something that was surprising to me was that statistics was different from mathematics. I'd always kind of just grouped those together and thought of them as the same thing, but in reality, statistics is actually a different category that mainly focuses on reasoning and data. Something that was challenging to me was I feel like starting out statistics as a student can be kind of difficult because it's a completely new way of thinking with the reasoning and different things like that. But the book mentions a four-step process, which is number one, formulating questions, number two, collecting data, number three, analyzing data, and number four, interpreting results. And I feel like this can be really helpful to students whenever you kind of walk them through that different process so they can understand kind of where they need to start with formulating their questions and then how they end with interpreting their results. And I feel like statistics can kind of be intimidating for students because whenever they think of statistics, they automatically think that it's going to be really hard and really challenging. And I feel like that can kind of make students a little hesitant whenever they start to learn the subject. And our next chapter was chapter 16, which is investigating concepts of probability. And something that was crazy to me was the concept that chance has no memory, which is very true, but I never really thought of it like that. And then they also talked about chance on a scale of 0, which is impossible, and 1 that was certain. And then they also mentioned that whenever you have a half chance of probability, that it's an even odds that the event will occur. And I really like how they kind of just simplified that and laid that out. So it makes it easy to kind of work on that 0 to 1 scale from impossible to certain. And then I also kind of remember in school how I used to love probability problems because they were usually based on realistic situations. Like, what is the probability that someone will pull a red marble out of a bin of red, blue, and green, blah, 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 how they talk about different things like that that would actually happen. And I think that that made it really easy for me to understand. And I genuinely enjoyed seeing those problems on like K-prep tests and different things like that growing up. And I feel like this also makes it a little easier for students to understand because a lot of them are realistic problems. So they can kind of apply that with their own thinking about different things that would actually happen in the world and how they can think about it that way. And it not being just a math problem that's kind of like unrelated to anything that has to do with them, but it's actually something that they see happening in the world around them. And then once I talked with my group, we discussed all of these topics further, and it really helped my understanding throughout those. And then after I went back and read individually, it helped kind of reaffirm everything that my group had talked about and everything that I learned on my own. And it was really helpful to do all of those steps. Thank you.